Charleston White and Akademiks have finally linked up for an episode of Off the Record, and in the episode, Charleston White said that Young Thug is a bad person and at least should get 10 years. Let's watch.
We don't hold these niggas accountable.
Do you think Young Thug's a bad person?
Yeah, I think he a bad person, homie. When his baby mama died, homie, and he was online talking about broke people shouldn't have kids, I knew every bit of that man was a bad person. Because why don't you pull away? You just lost one of your children's mother, my nigga. Pull away. What else do you need to get your attention as a person, as a man? About 10. He need about 10.
Some people say he could get up to 20.
Well, he deserve it, but he need about 10.
What do you think about Gunham?
Now, one thing that I'm happy about right now is the fact that in the comment section, so many people in the community are glad to see accountability. No one's in the comment section bragging about Young Thug going to jail, being happy about it, clanking glass and turning up and throwing. Niggas ain't going crazy in the comment section. What you see is the black community finally waking up and seeing the imagery, the culture that's been promoted and rejecting it. Finally, people like Charleston White, after 30 years of bullshit imagery being sold to us, somebody like Charleston White has managed to get his way into the mainstream and preach his message. See, before a DJ Akademiks, before an Adam 22, before these independent media platforms, a guy like Charleston White would have never became popular in the early 2000s, early 2010s, ever. Not 90s and none of that. These record labels, these businesses would not allow somebody who was against the gangster narrative, against the gangster imagery, to come on a major hip hop platform and talk his shit. But that's exactly what happened on Off the Record with DJ Akademiks and Charleston White. Now, he speaks about the situation with YSL and their RICO case. And the biggest thing that I'm taking away from this that I'm happy to see is accountability. Accountability. Young Thug clearly has been involved in some shit. Clearly. We've got wiretap. We've got attempted killings. We got Young Thug texting dudes saying, y'all niggas ain't beat them niggas up yet. Y'all ain't stabbed them niggas yet. I mean, y'all getting soft. Young Thug is already on record, clearly involved in some sort of beef feud that involves deaths and attempted murders with YFN. Clearly, it's so clear as day. The black community at this point needs to come to a conclusion with all of this in front of us. Are we going to sit there and say free YSL, or are we going to sit back and allow justice to be served? And there's a 1 in a million chance that Young Thug is 100% innocent. Like a 1 in a million chance. If he's 1 in a million innocent, he will come out innocent. If God sees fit, if this man is truly innocent and God sees that this is an unjust situation that has befallen upon Young Thug, he will remove that burden from Young Thug. But Young Thug has to go through what he's got to go through. And I'm glad to see so many people in the comments section. The video got like 13,000 likes. So many people in the comments section were agreeing with Charleston White. Like, yeah, there's got to be accountability for these rappers who commit these crimes. This free YSL shit is embarrassing to the black community, to where these dudes can commit crime allegedly in our community, promote crime, not allegedly, because we know they have in their music, promote drug use, drug distribution, murder, attempted murders, mockery of attempted murders that happen in real life. These dudes can do all of that and be respected and encouraged and their image and music propagated in our culture. But y'all will sit there and say stupid shit like Black Lives Matter 2 years before. You will sit there and say Black Lives Matter. Fast forward to 2022, and some of y'all in the community are still putting rappers above black life. I've said it before and I'll say it again. There is a segment of the black community who puts entertainment above black life. Entertainment above the black community. Entertainment above black culture. Entertainment above the black community survival. Y'all put this rap music, this OTF, NBA, 4PF, all these alleged gangs, y'all take this shit and glorify it and try to act like this is what our culture is supposed to be like. it's been a really a short period of time in totality that this bullshit culture has been around. We've been in about a 30 to 40 year dark age as a culture from the late 80s, early 90s up to the early 2020s. We've been dealing with this culture, and now we're finally starting to see a pushback. This dark age that we've entered in, we're finally starting to see a pushback. Maybe we'll see a Black American Renaissance. Maybe we'll see the positives of our culture finally come back to the surface and become mainstream again. Maybe we'll really see the cleaning up of this bullshit gangster rap, because it's gotten out of hand. This Who I Smoke shit. I heard Who I Smoke playing on the radio one time with one of my homies. I'm sitting there listening to the radio play a song where these men are literally humiliating dead people, some of them minors, dead minors, in their song, and the song is on the radio. That's what we've come to. And that's why people like Charleston White are so important. We sit there and we see certain people in the community resist and fight back against what Charleston White is saying. And I can't wrap my mind around why some of y'all are so fascinated with and romanticized with this idea and this culture of destruction. What is so amazing about it? What is so cool to you about a bunch of niggas on a golf course saying, Who I Smoke? I really want to understand. Somebody help me understand. What am I missing here? What is so intriguing and so amazing about a bunch of dudes humiliating a black woman's dead child in a song? Make it make sense. Somebody help me understand what I'm missing. So when I see Charleston White come on here on the mainstream platform in front of the entire country and say these dudes need to be held accountable for what they have allegedly done, I gotta clap it up. I gotta clap it up. I've got to give credit where credit's due. We have had an absence of accountability in our culture for far too long. Far too long. We need to make it okay for black people to say, hey, this soundtrack of our death, we don't want to hear that shit no more. Because that's what drill music and gangster rap is. The soundtrack to our demise. Every movie, every anime, all of that shit, they all got soundtracks. They all got original soundtracks for different stages of the show, of the movie. Bruh, drill rap, gangster rap, that's the soundtrack to Black America's decline. Black America's death. Some of y'all just can't see it for what it is. You think it's normal for a community to make anthems about killing one another. You think it's normal. Every other culture on the planet doesn't do this, but you do. See, other cultures make music about killing the enemy. When the Muslims have their call to prayer and they're singing in Iraq, singing about killing the Americans in their city, they're not singing about killing one another. They're singing about killing the Americans, the enemy in their city. They don't make songs about how they're going to blow one another up and shoot one another up. They don't glorify it. They don't make it seem like it's cool. No other culture but us makes soundtracks to our own demise and glorify our self-inflicted genocide. And for Charleston to come out and finally have a mainstream platform like DJ Akademiks, shout out to DJ Akademiks, to see Akademiks give common sense, to see Akademiks give a renaissance, a platform, to see Akademiks give Charleston White, who is preaching common sense and stability and order in the black community, to see him give that a platform is unbelievable. It could have never happened on The Breakfast Club. There's no planet where Charleston White is going to be on The Breakfast Club. There's no planet where Charleston White is going to be on Hot 97. There's no planet, because these companies have made millions and millions off of gangster rap. They don't want to piss off the big names in the industry that have made so much money off of this by bringing Charleston White on to talk about how much bullshit there is in gangster rap. They don't want to endanger that bag. Akademiks doesn't have a boss, so he can bring these niggas on and give them a platform, which is why it's so important for us as black people to appreciate independent media. People like Say Cheese TV, Vlad TV, Akademiks, Adam 22. Start appreciating these independent media platforms, because these are going to be the people that give the important voices of our community a platform. So all in all, glad to see the accountability taking place in the community. Glad to see us finally saying, you know what? Young Thug and Gunna are men. They can handle the consequences of their actions, and they can fall on their own sword. The black community needs to step back and show the world that we can view these situations objectively and without emotion. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.